That and now to Fort Lauderdale, where a state of emergency has been declared.
The mayor speaking just moments ago, and Local 10 News reporter Alex Finney is joining us live with all the details and what we learned from that press conference.
Well, Janice and Christy, we learned quite a bit. So far, we really talked about a lot of the flooding that we've been seeing. Before I get to what Mayor Dean Trantalis had to say, I do want to let people know that Broward Boulevard here between Southwest 18th Avenue heading east, that road is now back open. However, just on the other side, the westbound lanes now are closed down. So please do keep that in mind. But let's go to some of the points that the mayor was saying a little bit earlier. We know that the city has received over 900 rescue calls. We're talking about the rescue calls that they received overnight, with 300 that BSO actually assisted in. Now, we know that there has been, as we mentioned here, some improvement in certain areas. But, I did ask the mayor exactly what areas are the worst in terms of flooding. And he simply said everywhere, that there really is not a road where flooding is not a problem. And we have been seeing that really throughout the morning. Pretty much every major artery has been clogged as a result of just the constant flooding that we have been seeing. We know the city has been using vacuum trucks in some areas. You also have some airboats also going block to block in some of those neighborhoods as well. Now, there are really two important points that I want all of our viewers to listen up to if this does pertain to you here. State Road 84 at 9th Avenue by Winn-Dixie. That is where the Red Cross is set up as a reunification point. We also have a reunification center that has been set up at Holiday Park. I want to repeat that again. State Road 84 at 9th Avenue by Winn-Dixie. That is where Red Cross is set up. And then there is another reunification center that has been set up at Holiday Park. All of this we learned just moments ago from Mayor Dean Trantalis. I want you to take a listen to what he had to say in terms of some of the other points that are really, really important at this hour.
The amount of rainfall is unprecedented, with reports of more than 20 inches of rain in some areas. Overnight, I signed an executive order declaring the state of emergency to allow the city to better marshal its resources in response to the storm. Emergency management crews worked continuously through the night to attend rescue calls. There were over 900 calls for service in our fire department. As of this morning, please continue to stay off the roads.
Yeah, and we can't stress that enough. If you don't have to be out on the roads, please don't, because it's still really, really bad in terms of that flooding. As we've mentioned, Fort Lauderdale is now under a state of emergency. As a matter of fact, Mayor Dean Trantalis did say that so far he has not gotten a call from Governor DeSantis. I want you to take a listen to a little bit more about that and some of the other issues that they are focusing on right now.
Have you spoken with Governor DeSantis?
Governor DeSantis has not yet called. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure he's very interested in what's going on here, and we're happy to work with his office.
And so, yeah, we just unpacked about 30 minutes worth of information there for you. We unpacked some of the critical points. We know that trash, in terms of trash pickup, has been delayed. We know that city facilities remain closed at this hour. And of course, a lot of other things have been suspended as well in terms of obviously parking in and around the city. But I do want to leave you all with this final view here. You can kind of see we have been live with you since about 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, talking about the constant flooding. And as you're able to see across the street, based on that vacuum truck and the fact that they have closed off parts of Broward Boulevard just east of 95, heading westbound, that this is far from over. We are still in the throes of a lot of flooding, which has been as a result of just the unprecedented amount of rain that we have seen in our area, specifically here in Broward County, and of course, the aftermath of all of that. Janice and Christy, back to you guys.
And Alex, I know that the mayor also talked a little bit about that this really stresses and shows why there needs to be so much more improvement to the city's infrastructure, and so that this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
Yeah, Christy, that's a really interesting point. I actually did write down a bit of a note on that, so thank you for reminding me. The mayor did talk about how he's wrapping this into the city's 5-year, $200 million plan. We're talking about alleviating a lot of the flooding issues that we have been seeing. And he said the main focus really is on those flood-prone areas. I think what is so interesting about the rain that we've seen and the flooding that we have seen when I spoke with the mayor and also the fire chief as well, is a lot of people just weren't anticipating anticipating this. He said this is something that doesn't happen a lot. It's unprecedented. And so this plan hopefully will wrap into that and help alleviate any problems going forward so that if we happen to see something like this again, we are prepared. Christy.